Hey everyone, it's Matt Donahue with your weekly market update for the week ending Friday, October 11th. Yesterday was Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, however you view that. So we were off yesterday, but today, Tuesday, October 15th, we're coming to you live with that update. So let's jump into it. Market overview. Hey, markets were on the rise again for the fifth week in a row. The S&P, the 500, the Dow, and NASDAQ all posted gains of over 1%, which signals continuing strength in the economy. With the NASDAQ pushing to its historic peak and the S&P 500 and Dow pushing their records even higher, we're seeing a strong upward trend. Despite this, inflation is still stubborn. Yields are rising with the 10-year Treasury note reaching over 4%. It's its fourth consecutive weekly increase. And while investors are recalibrating their expectations for further interest rate cuts, we'll keep a close eye on how those dynamics actually play out. It's interesting as well from an economic sentiment standpoint. The Consumer Sentiment Index from the University of Michigan last week actually took a surprising downturn. It fell to 68.9 from 70.01. Now, what this means is that consumers are more concerned, mostly due to persistent inflation and rising costs. So we've got maybe two economies going right now. One where you've got investors who are super happy with how things are going, but if you look at the broader population, they're really not because prices are still really high. So sentiment's down, markets are up, yields are up. It's an interesting time. I know I said that last week, but it is. It remains an interesting time. Our tax tip of the week really focuses on independent contractors and business owners. So if you own your own business or you're working as an independent contractor, here's a couple of tax tips to help you navigate taxes effectively. The first thing when you set up your business, of course, is choosing the right structure. Now, whether you choose to operate as a sole proprietor, an LLC, or an S Corp, the business structure you choose significantly impacts your tax responsibilities. So make sure you're working with a tax professional when you set that up, not just a legal professional. Keep track of your deductions. There's a lot of deductible expenses that you just might not be thinking about. So, for example, home office deductions, equipment costs, healthcare costs. Track your mileage, right? I mean, there's all these things you need to do to make sure that you get the most deductions possible under the law. And then consider estimated tax payments as well. Independent contractors often need to make quarterly tax payments to avoid penalties. Staying on top of this can really make smooth year-end filings occur, right? It can really make it easy. There's a lot more to this. Check out our blog post if you really want to read more. There's a ton of information that we've got on there. And then to wrap it up for the week, October is financial planning month, and a question we get, so building, last week we talked about income, today we're talking about investment management, but one of the biggest questions we get is what's the difference between a financial planner and an investment manager? Well, it all comes down to focus. An investment manager focuses on building and maintaining your portfolio, and they try to really get you the best return through different market strategies. And while that's important, a financial planner is much more holistic. They look at the investment management, they look at retirement income goals, other income goals, like maybe you're going to pay for college, or maybe you want to, save up a bunch of money and use it to buy a house, right? Whatever. But whatever those financial goals are, they look at estate planning, they look at tax strategies, they look at insurance and more. So a true financial plan is going to align your investments with those life goals so you can live confidently regardless of what goes on in the market. So ensure that you're not just focused on investments, but you're looking, and maybe prepared is probably a better word. You're prepared for those bigger life moments, the good ones or the bad ones as they come to pass. And that way you won't get derailed. So it's fourth quarter. Year end is coming fast. So our business is growing, and we just want to make sure everybody on this call has an opportunity to work with us. So now is the perfect time to get your portfolio, your tax strategies, and your financial plan reviewed. Get in touch with us to explore what's working for you and where there's room on growth, and just look at it as an opportunity at the worst case scenario to get a great second opinion on what you're doing well and maybe what you could improve. If you want to get a hold of me, feel free. You can reach me directly. Call or text me at 726-727-6581. Once again, 726-727-6581. You can also email me. You can email our team. It's a little easier because of how my last name is spelled. Email our team at admin@mfplanners.com, and we'll get back to you just as soon as we can. But make it a great week. Enjoy the cool fall weather, and we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.